Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. So if this is your first time, I'm Artist Couture. I share content based on pattern drafting, based on new trends and fashion inspiration. So now, as you can see in this picture, I'm going to be showing you guys how to draft the front bodies of your bustier with a base using your pattern paper before you actually place it on your fabric. So I saw this video on Promoted Sandra YouTube channel, which I like so much, and I decided to try my own out with a bake. So guys, are you ready to watch? Let's go on a short break. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Like I said earlier, that I'm going to be showing you guys how to cut a bustier with a base pattern drafting. So now I'm going to be starting the illustration now. So right now I wrote out my chest and point guide. This is where I'm going to be starting from. Then you come down here by measuring 5 or as much as you want. Now I don't want my cleavage or my bust to open too much. That's why I'm going to be using 5. Then after that, I will come down to measure my bust point, and my bust point is 9. So I'm going to mark out 9 here. Then after that, I'm going to measure my under bust, which is 12.5. Then after that, I'm going to measure my half length, which is 14 and a half. Then after that, I'm going to measure my actual top length, which I'm going to be using 19. Like it actually I'm going to be using 18, so plus my 1 inch allowance, it is going to be 19. So then after that, I'm going to rule it straight. So I'm going to rule it straight right now. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Then I'm going to rule my actual length. So after this, I'm going to label it. This is my BP, which is my bust point. This is my under bust, and this is my top length. Then after that, I'm going to measure my nipple to nipple measurement. In case you don't know how to measure your nipple to nipple measurement, it is very easy. You just place your ruler, your tape rule on your first nipple, then you measure it to your other nipple. That's how to measure nipple to nipple measurement. Then my nipple to nipple measurement is just 8 divided by 2 is going to give me 4. Then I will come down here at my chest point guide to measure 4 inches. Then I'm going to measure 4 inches straight down. Measure 4 inches right there. Then I measure 4 inches right here. Then after that, I'm going to rule it straight. So you make sure that your hand is straight here. Then after this, guys, I want you to take note of this side. So right now, in your bust point, you come down by 1 inches. Come down by 1 inches. Then after coming down by 1 inches, you go in by 1 inches right in your under bust. You go in by 1 inches. Then you come out by 1.5 inches. The reason why I'm coming out by 1.5 inches is because my bust is 34. Adding me your bust is like 30 or 32, you can just use 1 inches. So right now my bust is 34, or if your bust is 36, you can as well use 1.5 inches. Then here I'm going to go in by 1 inches, come out by 1 inches. Then after this, I'm going to be connecting the points together. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. So you make sure that you connect this side. You can actually use your cuff ruler here to make it more coffer. I don't have a cuff ruler, that's why I'm using my ruler. but when I'm cutting, I will make sure that my hand is curved. Then after this, you are going to curve this side. Make sure that you curve this side. Then after that, you are going to come here to measure half inches. You come up to measure half inches. Then you come here to measure 0.8 inches in 0.8 inches. It won't be up to 1 inches. Then you come out here to measure 1.5 inches. Then after that, you connect your points together. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Connect your point together. I hope you guys can see this. Then after this, I'm going to be measuring my circumference, my body circumference. Then actually my bust is 34, so I'm going to divide my bust by 4. So after dividing it by 4, it gives me 8.5. Then I'm going to measure 8.5 here. Then I'm going to make sure that I come here to measure what I use here, which is 2 inches, because I'm going to be cutting it out. Then I measure it back. Then I had my 1 inches allowance. After that, I'm going to come down to divide my waist circumference, which is 26 divided by 4, and it's going to give me 6.5. Then I will add my 1 inches allowance plus the 2 inches I'm going to be cutting out. Then I will add the 2 inches back. Then my top length, I don't want it to be too tight. Then I'm going to be adding, actually I'm using 8.5. I'm going to add half inches. Then I'm going to come down here to measure what I'm going to be cutting out, which is 2 inches. Then I had my 1 inches allowance. Then I will connect my points together. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. So after this is actually my underbust. I'm going to come here to measure it. To when I'm sewing it, I'm going to come there to measure it in, so that the waist is going to be shaped. Then after this, I'm going to measure my bakes. What are you? It depends on what you want for your bakes. You can actually use 5 inches. You can go as using 6 inches, but I want to use 4 inches. Then you come here to measure 1.5 or 2 inches, depending on what you want. So I want 1.5. And after this, you make sure that it can actually be more than what you measure, because I want it to be sharp. I want the edge to be sharp. Then after that, actually I want you to take note. I've not measured my I've not drafted my armhole, but I'm going to draft it. Then I'm going to be cutting it. Then you come here to cut your chest point guide. Then after that, you are going to cut this out. Then after this, you cut this out. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. We will now be taking a tour of the pool area. You curve this. It's because I use my ruler. That's why this place is not curved. Just make sure that you cut this side. Then you cut this side out. So right now, my bustier with my beads is actually ready, as you can see here. Then I'm going to be placing it on my pattern paper. I'm going to be placing it on my pattern paper, on my fabric. I mean, so sorry about that. I'm going to place it on my fabric and cut it out. So thank you guys for watching, and I want you to know that you can actually cuff this side for your armhole. So I'm just going to cuff this side by 1 inches. I'm going to cut this side by 1 inches. Then I'm going to roll this out. So then I'm going to make sure that I cuff it with my hand because I'm not using cuffing hand. Then my bustier with my bakes is ready. So because I didn't actually measure a cleavage here, because what I'm sewing is in a straight form. That's why it is like this. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. So if you want an illustration on how to cut the back, you can just write it or drop it in the comment section. So guys, thank you for watching. Bye.